Actually, no, maybe it is more. Maybe it is like a 3.7, because of course I'm gonna make it difficult.
So starting with the fairy tale episode in season 1.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the Elysian Kingdom. Scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the absolutely wackiest thing we've ever done. I would honestly give the Elysian Kingdom like a 3. And I know that's pretty low, but we do some of the most insane things I think Trek has ever done in seasons that I cannot talk about. But I know that we did a musical episode. I think a musical episode is a bit wackier than a fairy tale, medieval type of story, because we've seen that in Trek before. I know we've never seen a musical episode before. I think, we've done a lot of wacky stuff. Elysian Kingdom's like a 3, very soft.
What do you remember about filming it?
I remember trying to figure out how to walk through doorways with my giant epaulette shoulder pads and claws coming up and over. I remember it conflicting with my crown a lot. I remember enjoying playing a villain. I think villains are so fun to play. And so, yeah, I think Elysian Kingdom was really, really fun. I wish I got to do more scenes with Babs. I wish I got to do more scenes with everyone. But Queen Nev she doesn't work with a lot of people. She's a lone wolf for sure, but with a pack of devoted army men. And yeah, it was really fun to shoot.
The Lower Decks crossover.
Ooh, that was I think to this day, that's still one of my top 3 episodes of Strange New Worlds for sure. Getting to work with Jack Quaid and Tawny Newsome and Jonathan Frakes was such a joy. I think on the wacky scale, I would say a 3, like a 3 or a 2. I think it was definitely very interesting and ambitious. Do I think that the context of it for Uhura, actually no, maybe it is more. Maybe it is like a 3.7, because of course I'm gonna make it difficult. I think, yeah, to be surrounded by people who are telling you how impressed they are by a version of you that doesn't exist yet is really terrifying. Yeah, definitely in between 3 and 4. I'll take 3.75. Yeah.
Yeah, and then to just do part of it animated, it was so
Oh my gosh, right! See, here's the thing about these interviews. There's so much Trek that lives in my brain all the time that I forget that the end of the episode, we are animated. I'd never seen an animated version of myself before. And so, yeah, I think that bumps it up to a 4 then. I thank you. I think the Lower Decks crossover, so much stuff that Uhura as a person doesn't realize is happening is what makes the episode so wacky. And so, 3.8. Yeah.
And then, of course, the musical.
Oh, yeah, the musical is probably 4.5. It was definitely a massive undertaking. I think as a musical theater performer, I think that I know that I was very excited to be a part of something like that, but the undertaking, I knew the amount of work that would be required in order to do a musical episode right. I think the prep that was required, the going to the studio and doing choreography rehearsals. I never thought that I would be doing choreography rehearsal when I found out that I booked Star Trek Strange New Worlds. But I was so excited to fall into something that was so familiar, because TV and film at the time was very new to me and very daunting to me. And so to be able to bring something that I was much more comfortable in to the world of Star Trek felt like a treat for me specifically. And yeah, it was very, very out of the box for what Trek had been up until that point, where we sort of kicked the door down and said, this is Trek now. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, but it was for sure probably the wackiest of the 3 we've mentioned so far.
And then the murder mystery in season 3.
The murder mystery, definitely in the 4s, like a 4.3. Not as out of the box as the musical episode because the holodeck does exist beyond what we do with it in our prequel type show. Getting to play Joni Gloss was so fun. I love that character. I love like drama, like wackadoodle dandy woman who is in the middle of a really high stake situation and could not care less because she knows who she is. She knows that she's innocent, and so she loves being like the spectator, but also the puppet master a little bit. She's a woman of many hats, and to be able to play that as opposed to the very the very specific and grounded character that is Uhura, to be able to play someone who sort of flies off the handle is it's just getting to flex a new muscle. It's always fun.
Yeah, and you want part of the scenes, but then the Star Trek type show, and then the bloopers at the end. Like
I wish I got to be a part of that. The what do they call it?
The Last Frontier.
The Last Frontier. Thank you. I so badly wanted to be a part of The Last Frontier, but she's the agent, so she gets the commission, and that's great for her. But I would have loved to put on one of those silly costumes and be in the back with Jess and Melissa and Paul playing with that fake set. It was so cool and so silly to watch.
And then season 4 is the puppet episode, which I am so excited about. On that scale we're talking about, where had you initially thought like it would fall? Like when you first heard there was going to be a puppet episode, what were you thinking it would fall on that scale?
When I heard that there was going to be a Pike puppet, that was probably like a 10 out of 5. I cannot believe we got away with a puppet episode. I think that I was so shocked, but we'd already done so many different types of like insane genre flips that when I've heard that we were doing a puppet episode, I was like, oh, of course. Where are we gonna go next? Underwater? Oh, what are we doing? What's the next crazy thing? And so, yeah, I was really excited by the idea of puppets, but it was definitely something that knocked the wind out of me for a second, and then I was like, this is Strange New Worlds. Of course we're gonna do something completely bad. Excuse me, something completely out of the ordinary.
I feel like that's my reaction every time there's like an announcement of a different episode for Strange New Worlds. I'm like, of course.
Of course, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah.
Is there anything you can say about the puppet episode? Like anything about, are we seeing puppet or her? Like your reactions to like seeing puppets, anything like that?
I can't say anything, but I will say you have that little teaser is like 0.5% of just how insane that episode gets. I just did ADR for it yesterday, and it is wacky. Wacky is the word. The word of the day is wackadoodle dandy. It's really silly. I loved it.
Yeah, because once you see the Pike hair on a puppet, you're like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
And it's bigger in person. It's bigger in person. They really take some liberties with Pike's puppet peak. Say that 3 times fast.